Get on your 2 feet, yelling back through the store. Hand in hand, we kept to the shade. And I never knew this God would be so brave. And after the storm, we took to the south. Now that you're here, you'll try to help me out. There's nothing of interest, nothing worth my time. I was losing my feet, now I'm losing my smile. I haven't heard what you said in this town for a while. Now I'm losing my head in this drought, and you brought back the fire. I'm so sick of this, man, I'm taking it back. I want more meaning than a television gone black. And you kept me kind, yeah, you kept me calm. What can I say? I love your voice. But I haven't heard what you said in this town for a while. Now I'm losing my head in this drought, and you brought back the fire. Like a temple on fire, you held me tight. Your soft-spoken words, they're the birthing of light. And my hands will stop shaking once and for all. Once and for all. Once and for all. But I haven't heard what you said in this town for a while. Now I'm losing my head in this drought, and you brought back the fire. No, I cannot breathe, man, I cannot believe I've been looking at the wrong
All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome to another exciting event. We are here joined with Sleepy. How are you, Sleepy?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Silent. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this match. We got a new team versus a veteran team, and it's looking to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an interesting match. I myself chose to cast this one just to see what this new team Rome is all about and what kind of challenge they're going to pose for some of the pre-existing teams here in the league.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and we were able to get kind of a sneak peek. Rome was able to play in the wild card tournament at the end of this last season. They ended up holding their own fairly well. It was the first time that they were able to play together as a team. They ended up winning a round or two. And, you know, turned some heads while doing it. They didn't end up winning, but they still did pretty good.
Yeah, they definitely did well for themselves. Yeah, it's exciting to see what's going to happen here when they play a team that's more well seasoned.
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of interested also. We did just get the map bans as well, and it looks like G-Men are not a fan of Subway. And then on the flip side, Rome has banned Downfall.
But in G-Men's defense, is anyone really a fan of Subway? I mean, at least not in its current state.
At this
point,
point,
have to play it.
At this point, I'm going to say even Animal House isn't a fan of, Subway at this point. But, that's besides the point. The point is, though, it's looking to be a good one, and Biggie Smalls is going to be making the room. So that's good. It looks like it actually is up right now. We're going to hop in on there. We'll join in a second.
And it looks like we'll be going into our first map, which is going to be Q1 Quarantine during the day. Great map for G-Men. Not only for G-Men, they played this one well against multiple opponents in the UK, but also just a good map overall for us to cast. All right, and it looks like all of the G-Men have all 5 of their guys ready and waiting to go. Rome is going to be just a little bit behind. They're getting their last man in now. And again, the first map is going to be Quarantine 1, so a great map, both for tactical play as well as for viewership. And, for me personally, it's a great map, so it's going to be a good one to watch this new team take on a veteran team, if you will, for their second match of the season. And G-Men's first map, they did decide to take that first week bye that was offered to all the teams who went to the UK just a couple of weeks ago. They decided that it was in their best interest to take that rest, that break, while they had a chance before this next season started, because it started right out from under our noses as they started the season, as while we were still technically in the UK. So, and you'll just have to forgive Mr. Silent Knight. He will be back with us momentarily. He just had to fix a couple of audio issues on his end, so I'm just gonna try and fill this time by talking to myself. So I hope you guys enjoy listening to me talk to myself.
All right, and I'm back. Loaded me in super.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna start off the western garage, hidey hole, west hidden hole, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be in the west, and it's gonna be outside of a garage, and it's gonna make for a good first round, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. The biggest thing and the big worry about this is G-Men are dang good at this map. We've seen them play it countless times, and I would honestly argue that this is, odds are, their best map.
Yeah, yeah, I would say it's either between this one or Downfall. So I could definitely say I agree with that.
So you got to be a little bit kind of weary on this. Also, right now, does it Rome's captain?
That I'm not sure of, actually. I just know that were 5 people in the lobby as I popped in to start setting up our cameras.
Yeah, and it looks like Gladiator, the captain of the team, is going to be sitting out the beginning of this, which is kind of sad. He did want me to get a lot of good shots of him, so happen if you're not there. But, alright. It'll be interesting to see how they seem to also fare without their captain. That's kind of a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of times, depending on if that captain really takes the captain's helm when he is, you know, in the match, in the map with you, whether he's taking that role to call out and make those calls on the battlefield to say, hey, this is what we need to do. If something happens, he needs to be that guy to say, okay, this is what we need to do now. We need to evolve.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they do. Hopefully, and maybe it's possible that their strat planner is someone else. So, good chance. Now we just... Here we go. Don't even need to say, wait too long.
Yeah, it's like you're a fortune teller, actually.
Well, and I also messaged Biggie that we were ready.
Now, see, you showed your hand. You didn't have to tell me that. You could have just went along with it, took the credit as a I don't even know the word I'm looking for right now, but mind reader.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. All right, and it looks like also they got a desert spawn, so you got to be kind of careful with those who are up at the desert, because they have a chance to run up at the top of the hill and possibly maybe get some picks. Although Rome is playing pretty aggressively, already running up the alleyway towards the tower at desert.
Yeah, this could be bad for Freelancer. 404 is right there. He is going to soon be taking a peek. Freelancer's already got his camera, or his camera. I have the camera. He has a gun. He's already got his weapon trained on that building. But I think 404 is actually going to have the advantage here. I think he's going to be able to peek through this tiny little hole and maybe catch Freelancer off guard.
Yeah, I'll completely agree with that. Freelancer, though, is not moving an inch. Oh, wait, here he goes, and he's peeking.
And that's the death of him. 404 picks up the frag on Freelancer, and the western side is clear.
And with that, now they know they have a pretty safer chance of moving up. Smokes are going to start coming out, and they're going to possibly try to cross the street to take that mid-burning building, which, surprisingly, no one's in. Generally, you have one person to worry about in there.
Yeah, ooh, Aramita picks up 404 on the western side. It's now 4v4. Meanwhile, Swooty and Nightfire pushed up on the center burning. Swooty just outside of the center burning rubble. Nightfire taking position behind a Hesco barrier there, just out in the north street. He's giving Swooty some coverage while they make sure that nobody is peeking here in the center building.
Going to be really interesting to see how their defense holds up. It looks like all of them are basically now around objective, so once G-Men get into position, we're going to see some fun.
Yeah, and G-Men play this map really well. They coordinated very well. I had the unfortunate event of having G-Men cap on me on the center burning objective because I couldn't see enough of them. I thought I miscounted and so on, and you know, things just didn't go well for us, and that was in the off-stream match. So luckily that wasn't one for everybody to see. But yeah, G-Men really good with the coordination. Their speed, yeah, is a little bit slower than most of the other American teams, if you will, but their coordination more than makes up for it. They execute very well, they communicate well, and just about everybody on their squad is a registered certified killer. Ooh, and Nightfire picks up a nice pick from the center road. He fires back on the south ambulance building and gets the pick on William Duns.
Booty also downing another one.
Yeah, it's now down to a 4v2. Rome is in trouble here. G-Men should be poised to make their attack. All they need to do is take out Aramita here on the objective.
Nightfire is running in for the cap while Swooty is pushing him back.
Ooh, Nightfire better be careful though. Lorena Scout may be able to see him here. Oh, and he does, and Nightfire's cap attempt is now thwarted. Aramita holding his tight angle here on the wall, just poked up in the corner. Swooty and Chief Pineapple well in position to be able to make their cap attempt. And a frag out from Chief gets a bad bounce and goes out to the middle of nowhere, where unfortunately it has no effect. Ooh, but Aramita playing it a little risky here.
A frag out though? Is that it?
It was, but no effect. Got caught up in the center burning framework there. Chief Pineapple now on the stairwell, peeking back, trying to make sure that he has eyes on the objective area to try and secure it, back his teammates Woody up.
Still plenty of time left, though.
Plenty of time. Swooty, he's Swiggity Swooty's going for the booty. He's laying prone.
I don't blame him.
He's gonna crawl his way across the street here. Chief's gonna lay down some suppressive fire for him. That's good work from Chief. Nice coordination. He's got to keep Aramita's head down and Lorena Scout from running out. If he can do that, Swooty's gonna be able to get this cap here. He's already made it past where I think Lorena's able to see. Yes, he has. He's now up on the wall. Coach should be coming in very shortly. Aramita has no chance of seeing it.
They're gonna learn a lesson a hard way right there.
Yep, this will be Rome's first learning that you can cap that objective from around that wall. Great play there by G-Men. They go up 2 in the first round.
With that being said, I mean, yeah, good covering on flanking around and taking out Nightfire with that one. But when you know where the last 2 are, you got to be very careful because they can lay down suppressive fire, keep you locked in your position while they move in for the cap. And we've seen that a number of times, and we just witnessed that again. Now it's going to be Rome's time to attack. They're going to be attacking the same exact objective. So they might have a chance to respawn with a cap. So yeah, kind of doubting it. Just again.
Yeah, this is going about how I thought it would go with G-Men, this being one of their stronger maps, as well as being a seasoned team, and Rome being a newer team to the league still. Though some of its players been in and around the league for some time now, you know, that experience as a team is what really starts to show in the league, and so we'll see exactly what they do with it here in these next few rounds. But just because G-Men win this map does not mean that the series is over by any means. We could see a Cinderella upset come out here at any point in time, really.
Oh, most definitely. Especially with Rome now getting the map pick on this next choice. Alright, and we see a different spawn. This time it's Crater Spawn, which be a lot slower to play.
Yes, it will, but I think Rome's playing this one kind of smart, getting Crater Spawn. If they can manage to keep their profile low, they're going to have a pretty good time. They're going to be able to get pretty far on their advance here in the north.
Yeah, definitely. Especially one of the biggest things when you are playing these league matches, you want to make sure that you do not tell the defensive team where your spawn is. If you can keep that hidden for as long as you can, you have a huge advantage when it comes down to going in for the attack.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you can keep it hidden when you're that far away from the objective starting out, as we're seeing Rome doing here.
Fire from a different direction. Might be thinking it's a little... might not be expecting Scout now making his way to the... Have to be very careful about crossing that street. 4G4 who is watching that angle. Now for some reason also, is that a shotgun they're taking? Right now he's checking the street with his pistol.
Swooty picking up a kill there.
2 kills. Oriana Scout goes down.
Got smoke on ambulance. I got one crossing all the way to the south. One cross all the way to the south.
Chief Pineapple has officially called out that there was one at the south by ambulance. Nightfire is now going to be looking that way. Little bit of trouble. Gonna have to get some kills in order to start equalizing and hopefully moving in on objective.
Yeah, I agree. That's going to be really important for them here. The 2 guys in the north are going to need to get a couple of picks, maybe even the guy in the south. But the longer that guy in the south can stay unlocated from G-Men, the better off he will be. Because if the 2 guys in the north can get a few picks, even the numbers back out a little bit, the guy in the south can start making noise. Oh no, Chief Pineapple firing at Nightfire. This is not good.
Well, maybe Chief Pineapple wanted to help equalize for Rome, but, I mean, Nightfire did not like that.
No, he did not. He sure did let Chief know that he was not appreciative of having to dodge his friendly's bullets.
Don't fire at a fellow caster, Chief Pineapple. We will kick you for that.
That's it. We'll place the caster's curse on you and your team for the rest of the season.
Chief Pineapple seemed to have spotted another one over, again, by ambulance.
Yeah, looks like he's got eyes for William Dunce here. Not sure how much of an angle he can get on him here. I think he might just be suspicious that one is over here from him firing earlier on in the round. Oh, but Swooty picks up Aramita there on the western side. He's down but not out. However, it's going to be very unlikely that his team gets him.
He made it across to ambulance time.
Chief seeing and calling out William Dunce.
Ready for that. I don't know if William has seen him, but he's 2 on 5 now.
That's it. Swooty picking up the confirmation on Aramita on the western side. Nightfire gonna pick up William Dunce for a nice pick on the south side. It is now 1v5 to Rome, and this is not looking good.
Not at all. Also, he's throwing a smoke. I'm not sure that's going to be much of a good distracting smoke, if anything. Kind of far from objective with a minute left. This is almost a lost cause of a battle. You do not want to be in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, the only way I can see this going his way is for him to just get the right picks and slip through the right defensive holes in the midst of a defensive rotation, because G-men are no slouches when it comes to rotating their defense.
No.
And I just don't think that's going to happen at this point. They know where he's at. Somebody saw him. They put fire on him. I believe it was Chief Pineapple there in the center, saw him crossing the road. And yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle for Freelancer here.
I'm pretty sure he's just going to run out of time, if not picked off pretty quick. I really do like what Nightfire did, though. Just pointing this out real quick, because he flanked around knowing where one was at. He got the kill, and then he rotated back on objective for defense. Everyone's done a really good job about holding their positions and staying fairly close to objective.
Yeah, now it's just a matter of who's going to pick up. Oh, Freelancer picks up one. He grabs Nightfire, but Chief Pineapple's going to be waiting for him, and Chief Pineapple picks up the final kill. G-Men win the round and go up 3-0 on Q1.
Yep, Freelancer ending that round with a cry out. But not out, but he was the last man standing, so... And I'm still also kind of surprised that Scout would take a shotgun on this map, because at one point he was firing at Chief Pineapple. He saw him, shot at him with his pistol, though, just because he didn't have range from carrying a shotgun. An interesting gun choice.
Yeah, well, Stumpy's a special kind of guy himself. But if I remember correctly, Lorena's Scout is the oddball who actually prefers to run pistols and shotguns on any map, no matter the map. Because I believe I played him in a comp lobby before where he's carried either just a pistol or a shotgun in a map like Downfall even, and still for some reason used that. And I don't know. I mean, he seems to be pretty good with his pistol. I have seen him pick someone right off in the head with a pistol once before, but still just a risk I don't think I would want to take in a league match unless you're just ungodly good with it. That shotgun is definitely not going to be something that you want to bring in a firefight at these ranges.
Yeah, especially going against G-Men. Especially because, we have 4G4, which is a pretty good sharp shot, and Swooty, especially. I would say those two are probably the sharpest shots on the team. They get some very good long-range shots, and with a pistol, the odds of you even hitting at even a 25-yard distance is incredibly difficult.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But yeah, I agree. And Biggie Smalls and 404 are kind of like two of the more main strategizers for G-Men. So they pull out all the stops when it comes to analyzing and trying to defeat an enemy. I got to see that firsthand at ESL UK. Those guys were ready and prepared for every match that they faced, with situations and like a little checklist that they would go through when the map bans came out. Nightfire, Swooty, and Chief, those guys just straight up killers. I mean, Chief Pineapple, he's a small guy like myself. He could sneak in spots without anybody seeing him and get right in there, cap right under your nose. So,
all right, and for this final objective, or possibly final objective, Rome might still bring it back. We will see, but it is ambulance objective. So, a chance for also G-Men to end this 5-0 if they get a cap. This is another high cap objective. You are able to trap people behind it. Especially on this map, we see like the person on South playing wing is generally one of the last ones up, and then you can just run in and get a cap pretty safely.
wow, so this is definitely not a defensive strategy that I would recommend here from Rome. They are pushing out very heavy on the west, sending one guy out to the west to check for the quick rush spawn is great. They have recenter 2 now in the center of the map. However, they're leaving quite an exposed side. If the G-Men can get across here and get to the southeast side of the map, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to have to rotate around. They're going to have to try and fill holes. And then if they lose William Dunce here right on top of objective, they're going to have to sacrifice one of those guys who can cover the outside routes in order to cover William Dunce's position.
Yeah, and on top of that, though, Nightfire did take a shot. Close nade, but no.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well, they say that it's close is only good enough in horseshoes and hand grenades, but your hand grenade still has to be somewhat within the same zip code of your enemy.
Yeah, at the same time, though, I'm not sure they counted Onward hand grenades in that category.
That's true. And it looks like the G-Men are aware of Aramita's push here on the southeast. Some shots coming in from 404 in his direction. They know he's there, so if he peeks again, it could be the last peek he makes in this round.
Yeah. Well, and at the same time, these three firing right here, this is giving a good chance for other teammates to move and get into position. Now, I'm surprised Nightfire is actually running across. He is picked out by Scout.
Ooh, but 404 picks up Aramita.
Both are able to get revived.
Yes, but if 404 goes for Nightfire, he will be able to see. Oh, and Swooty picks up Freelancer with a nice headshot. Smokes come out to res Nightfire, and then 404 is hopefully going to put that confirmation round in on Aramita.
Woody, though, is running right past everyone, getting almost onto objective.
Oh my goodness, he's there. He kills William Dunce. He's on the objective. He's going to cap. This is going to be a 5-0 map, ladies and gentlemen.
He walked right past Scout, which on the plus side, Scout did get kill with the pistol. But yeah, it's over. G-Men capped it. They walked onto objective and capped it.
Wow. Great play there by G-Men, and it's just like I said, Rome's defense just not cutting it. They were way too west heavy, and it did not pay off for them. Swooty was just able to just kind of waltz right in there and take what he wanted and go.
Yep, and with that said, guys, for those of you just looking in at this match, that was the very first round. You caught it at the right time. It is 5-0. Which I'm actually really surprised about, Cargo. G-Men are also really good on this map.
Yeah, they are. Wondering if Rome is aware of that, or if they're just that confident in themselves that they can take it on this map.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna pick this map, I've seen them play. I've seen Rome play Burbia also. That's a tough one. That's a little bit tougher of a one for G-Men, I believe. Just from playing against them and seeing how they've done on that, that probably would have been my map pick instead of Cargo. But we'll see what happens. Lorian Scout will be able to bring the shotgun. Troubling part about this one, too, is this is going to be a very difficult objective to defend or to attack on with the G-Men defense that they're going to be able to set up with this objective. Switching out, we might be able to see captains coming in.
I was going to say this may be where we get to see Rome's Captain Gladiator coming in. I think it's about time that we see if he can put his money where his mouth is when it comes to his team. Because when they were fresh on the scene, he was quick to let everybody know that Rome was going to be trouble, and G-Men not having so much trouble with him, unfortunately. So he's going to have to get in there, give his team that pep talk that they so desperately need, and hopefully he can get them back on track here for this next map.
Yeah, well, and that's one thing that was really curious to me also, especially when playing that last objective. When Nightfire crossed, I'm pretty sure on any other league match, especially going against another veteran team, G-Men would have smoked that south road and then tried to cross. But Nightfire, he just ran right across.
Yeah, that was a bit risky, especially after they engaged in that firefight with I forget who it was on the objective.
It was William.
Yes, William. With that interchange going on before he decided to cross, it does perplex me as well, the fact that he did choose to go across that street without any sort of smoke coverage. And I know that if he were casting this game, he would probably say the same thing about whoever it was that had chose to do that.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm here.
All right, here we go. Ooh, Gladiators in the house.
Yeah, it looks like they actually went with 2 swaps there. Lucky Lead, Lucky yeah. Not sure how that one is, but and Gladiator both coming in for Rome. G-Men sticking with their set roster.
Yeah, and there we go. Without any further ado, it's time to go.
And away we go.
He's not on. He doesn't have his headset on, so he can't hear any of us.
Alright, I just got finished. Hey, I'm gonna get my crossers first, and then I'm gonna do the thing, and then
So this is going to be a big round for Rome.
Yeah, Rome really needs this here. Coming out of the gate, already a smoke out, gonna be right in the center, but not good enough to cover anything. Swooty trying to find one, but just a little bit too late on the draw. Nightfire picking up Gladiator first out the gate. He's calling it into his team. His team has now good count. Nightfire flubs a frag.
Almost fragged
Kills himself. Yeah. Nice frag comes out from Swooty there on the crate. Unfortunately, doesn't get anything. Nightfire picks up another one. Lorena tosses a frag and downs Swooty. It is now a 3 versus 4.5. Swooty still up to give crucial intel, and Nightfire and Aramita trade in the center.
Oh man, that was a very strong position from Nightfire. Managed to get a couple of really strong kills. But they're gonna have to get Swooty right now, or if anything, stop the revive from happening, and then at least stand a little bit of a chance with it. A lot more doable at that point.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Nightfire's position has almost become a meta for really defense and attack on this map. If you can get in, and I've seen Will-O-the-Wisp on a good old Animal House there do it a lot as well. If you get control of that center set of buildings, you can gain a nice advantage on whether it's attacking or defending. So I think it's a good thing Nightfire went there. It did happen to work out. They were able to take down 3 total from Rome from those buildings. And now Freelancer and Lucky Ibe are on the back foot. They've got to figure out now, what are we going to do? And hopefully what the first thing they're going to do is hopefully they're going to take down Swooty the rest of the way so he can no longer give his team valuable information on their locations.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. This is going to be a tough situation. I don't think they even know that Swooty is still alive either. He's being dead silent, and he's probably only going to call out right when he's able to give away the position for one final call.
Yeah, I'd say he'll be calling out when he knows that the enemies are in the open and can be picked off from his teammates' positions. Lucky picking up Biggie there on the green barrels, or I'm sorry, no, he was not on the green barrels. He was in the yellow room there on the right-hand side. So it's a nice pick there from Lucky. He needs to take Swooty out here, though. If he can take him out, I mean, he's out of the game. I mean, Swooty will bleed out here in just a moment or so, but in that time, Swooty could give valuable intel. Oh, Lucky sees Swooty's body and doesn't take any action.
And Swooty was talking a little bit earlier, so... Oh, and a trade. It's a 1v1 now with Swooty still able to give intel.
Yeah, if Freelancer holds his position just a little bit, and not that he's aware of this at all, but if he holds it just a little bit longer without peeking, without exposing himself, Swooty is going to die. He's no longer going to be able to give Chief that information that he's going to be able to use to get that kill. And there goes Swooty, as I say that.
Perfect. That's a huge advantage right there. And at the same time, now Chief Pineapple has... excuse me, still got a little cough. Has to rotate around objective and make a lot of noise, trying to defend all angles. So as long as Freelancer can move in quietly, he should be able to still take this round.
Absolutely. This is a true 1v1, and it is neither person, the attacker nor the defender, knows where the other is. So it's just a matter of everyone's kind of on edge. It's just nerves at this point. You're checking every corner. It's a mindset that nobody wants to be in. If anything, you want to know where that other person is when it's a 1v1, so you can at least maneuver yourself and know that you're going to be safe in those maneuvers to clip the other person.
A lot of time left too. So right now, Freelancer has to be very careful with how he moves in, mainly due to not making a lot of noise to hopefully shake up Chief Pineapple, because he has a chance to maybe, especially with this process of elimination that he's doing, he should have a good idea now of where Chief Pineapple is at.
Yeah, and if Chief isn't careful, granted the objective is kind of well out in the open, and Chief has sightline down that red container. If Chief's not careful, Freelancer could kind of get around in the right route to be able to just avoid Chief altogether and maybe even sneak it for an ninja cap. But here we go. Oh, Freelancers! Here's Chief coming, gets the pick, and Rome takes their first round of the series.
Played on Rome's part. That wasn't an easy task to do, and they handled it very well.
They did, absolutely. So that was a great round. That's exactly what Rome needs. Let's see if they can ride this momentum and keep that up and get more points. Maybe even take Cargo away from G-Men.
Yeah, that's a good chance, and then we'll be able to see a map 3. Nightfire had such a clutch play at the beginning, and now for them to be able to come back from that, Nightfire got 3 people, and they managed to still come back and win that round.
Yeah, Nightfire was doing damage on Rome at the start of that round, so it was great that they were able to take him out. But yeah, Rome just made it work. Chief got a little bit too antsy, I think, and started to run around to check other spots when he had a really good spot, in fact, to be able to defend from. As I said, he could see that open area as well as through that shipping container. But, that's how the cookie crumbles, and sometimes, our brains get the best of us when we're in those situations. That fog of war comes over and clouds our vision. But overall, yeah, great plays by both sides, but particularly with Rome. Also, real quick, before we get into this next round, I want to give a shout-out to Noman for that Tier 1 sub. It's now his 2-month anniversary with the Onward Master League for his subscription, so thank you, buddy. And just a reminder to anybody else, if you like the content that we're putting out here with Onward Master League's Twitch, please feel free to subscribe. It helps the casters and the league moderators out with being able to provide for the community and for these casts. We put in a lot of work out of our own time to come and give you guys this entertainment, and we're very appreciative for any subs. If you have Amazon Prime, you could also use Amazon Prime to do a Prime subscription sub, which is totally free to you. So, just the thought.
That actually timed perfectly with a 5-second countdown starting right away.
All right, now it's on Rome. Let's see if Rome can defend this objective as well, if not better, than G-Men did on the last round.
Yeah, and at the same time, right now, that is a 1-5 score, though. So still a long battle to go.
Yeah, since especially in the sense of the MMR, with it being score reliant now, that 1-5 is going to be hard to climb back from. But they could still win the series and take the win overall. The score may just be closer than they might have wanted it. Swooty already putting fire on the center. Nightfire and Chief stacked up around the outside of the center buildings.
Nightfire does have to be careful about his butt poking through. Freelancer will be able to shoot that if need be. Up. Nightfire's flanking around. Freelancer taking him out.
And Nightfire should have known to check that corner. That's definitely a more popular corner than the one just off to the right. Oh, Freelancer picks up Chief. Chief picks up Freelancer. And we're all over the place here in the first minute of the map.
Really well played, though. That is taking 2 out so far. 3v2 now. Almost a really well-placed nade. Almost getting Swooty, but wrong room, wrong time.
It's now 4-on-3. Rome doing a good job here at maintaining their defense. They're holding on to that momentum that they picked up in the first round. Gladiator in an actually interesting position that I've not seen too much on this map. But it's got a great view of the objective. The only problem is if he loses his teammates and they get inside that shipping container, he's in a world of hurt because he's not going to know anything.
Completely agree there. They have to spot Swooty right now. He's in a good position. We also have one moving up by Lucky Ibe. Big play coming out here. Barely missing.
Aramita not paying attention. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Aramita just not paying attention just at the wrong moment. Swooty's going to move in. Aramita, is he going to pick him up? Aramita picks up Swooty. Lucky Ibe does pick up Biggie Smalls on the other side of the map. It's now 3v1 in Rome's favor. This is looking good for them on their second round of cargo.
Yeah, and at the same time, especially using those silent shots, it's a little bit harder to place where those shots are coming from. So 4G4 might not have a complete idea of where everyone is at, so this is a very good advantage for Rome right now. They are playing this really well. I am pleasantly surprised with how Rome is playing this.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising me as well. Maybe that's why they picked this one, because they were feeling that confident. Though, to be fair, Cargo can be one of those maps where, you know, it's almost like Suburbia, where Volk don't necessarily automatically have an advantage. I know that in most cases, just inherently, Volk does have the advantage because you just have to kind of stop them from getting in close. They're going to be coming to you no matter what. But I think Suburbia and Cargo are two good examples of maps where that may not be as truthful.
Yeah, it's been tough. Well, especially on this map, it's like, who can get the better benefit with the aggression? Because, like, we just saw Nightfire first round, runs in, gets mid-room, takes out 3 people. Second round, you know, we had, who was it that, but managed to get 2 people. Like, and those were both very, very aggressive plays that managed to pay off and really help sway the victory one way.
All right, and we're going to see 404's very methodical play here. He's a very methodical player. He doesn't typically take too many risks if he can avoid it, but he's got a good eye for where people are going to be. He's very analytical, and I like that about his play style. It's not always the fast and the furious players that get me excited in this game. I like a person who can take the information given to them or a situation that's been made for them and adapt on the field and use it to their advantage to either take a win or at least put up a hell of a fight on their way out.
Lucky vibe, though, he's playing it well. He's got to be careful about him crouching down. That's going to poke his legs out. 4G4 practically knows right where he's at.
Yeah, Sight's just trained on those green barrels from 4G4 right now. 404. Ooh, but unfortunately not trained well enough. Lucky Ive does pick up 404 and claims Rome's second round on defense, going up 2-0.
Wow, looking really good right there. Now they have a good attack to be able to move in. Maybe get a cap on G-Men right here. But so far, we've had 2 caps so far on G-Men's side that we saw in Quarantine, giving them the 5-0 victory. But Rome right now is shutting out G-Men. Let's see, Lucky Eye with 4 kills right now. Freelancer as well. Shout out to him. 3 kills and 1 death. Looking like this next objective as well is going to be center objective, which is also probably the easiest one to cap on. I mean, crap, this is the one I always fear going against on Danglers just because of how well they smoke and rush in on this one. Animal House has had some good caps on it. We've seen a lot of caps on this.
Yeah, this objective does lend itself to a lot of caps. Danglers definitely doing a very great blitzkrieg. I also think Blaze in the round robins or the open qualifiers, they pulled off a pretty amazing, I think it was 15-second or somewhere around there, cap on this objective as well. A lot of teams really being able to utilize it. You just have to have the defense set in the right spot to at least take out the first few, because that first guy is going to come in. He's going to come in hard, and if he's a quick capper like a lot of the Danglers team members are, it's going to be over before you're able to really react if you're not already in position.
And that's the big thing. A lot of them also, like the main rushers, the first rushers in, will be running in and pre-firing around corners and just having incredibly fast reaction times to take out those, and also through the smoke. See what happens.
Also, a little bit of an off-topic update from one of the other games playing tonight. Danglers and Legionnaires just finished up. Looks like Danglers did pull out the win. 8-7 was a very close game. Looks like it was 4-1 on Quarantine, 4-2 on Bazaar, and I believe 0-4 in Legionnaires' favor on Downfall. So a great close map from both teams there, but just an update on some of the other games going on tonight. And already Swooty and Biggie picking up 2 fresh out the gate. Rome now down 3 versus 5 in the first opening minute of the map.
Yeah, that came fast, but they were able to find some good angles, get some shots off, and now they are hunkered down for the long defense.
And another member of Rome gets picked off. It is now 5v2 with G-Men's advantage. Swooty gonna get a little... Oh, nice frag. Oh, it's a flash. Oh, but Freelancer just doesn't know where his gun is because all he can see is white from Swooty's flash, and Swooty picks up the pick.
Yeah, when that happens, it's even hard to hear footsteps. So you gotta be very, very careful. And sometimes, yeah, you just spray and pray and hope you kill the one that flashed you. And is facing a 1v5. Does have a lot of bullets though with his LMG.
Yeah, G-Men starting to get a little aggressive on their defense and then now kind of pulling in the reins. I think they're realizing that unless they're going to do it all together, sending one out at a time could just lead to Rome or Gladiator here picking them off one by one and slowly but surely evening up the score.
But he's going to be able to hear him. Those footsteps are coming in too fast. Calls him out.
Ooh, and he just gets double teamed by Swooty and Biggie Smalls. And G-Men take their first round of the map. It's now 2-1.
This might be the equalizer for G-Men. Now they have a chance to run in, maybe even get a cap. I mean, again, we've seen Nightfire be exceptionally well with getting some sharp kills, running in, being aggressive. Will he be one of the first ones to run through the gate, trying to run in and get that cap, or are they going to change up their playstyle a little bit here and be a little bit slower?
Hmm.
If I had to bet, I would say they're just going to rush in and try to go for that.
Well, now Rome started on defense, yes or no?
No, G-Men started on defense.
I was going to say then Rome might just go for it and trying. Well, no, they were just on Marsoc. Never mind. Just ignore what I'm saying because apparently I'm not paying attention anymore, which is not true. But yeah.
It's a Friday night. Why pay attention, man? It's weekend.
Gonna have to pop that bottle of champagne for my boys, the Danglers, taking it out of Legionnaires. Good job, guys. I heard it was a good game all around. Legionnaires definitely no team to joke about in any capacity. But this game also shaping up to be a lot better than what the first map was telling us.
Oh yeah, most definitely. At least it's not a complete shutout. That's something you do not want to see. That is something you want to experience, don't get me wrong, but...
And another shout out to Purple Highway subscribing to the Onward Master League channel with his Twitch Prime membership. Thank you again, Purple Highway. We do appreciate it.
Well, they're beautiful people.
Just so beautiful.
Throwing out some early smokes. They still got 6 seconds to wait, but they're running in regardless.
5 smokes immediately. It looks like we might be seeing a really aggressive push come out here from G-Men. Some LMG fire coming out already from Biggie Smalls while the team pushes up. 404 is making a hot trail. We have a Chief picks up 1. Lorena and Nightfire trade. Lucky Ibe takes down Biggie. 404 is well within enemy territory now. He's getting close. Oh, but Gladiator takes down 404. Swooty picks up Nightfire. I can't even follow the kill feed anymore. It's just intense.
I don't blame you. I'm freaking out. Ooh, a frag coming out, Freelancer. Bye-bye. It was fun.
Ooh. And Rome picks up a very clean defensive round there. Gotta hand it to him. That was very nice. Now all they need to do is take this attacking round and take map 2. Wow.
Came and went so fast.
I mean, I'm so glad we have a kill feed now, but I couldn't even read it fast enough. It was going so quickly. People downing and reviving and trading. It just, amazing. Good job there, Rome. Good job.
Very, very good reaction times right there. They were reading the field really well. They were having good reaction times. They got that Nightfire trade fast. Both of them were able to get revived, but unfortunately Nightfire didn't get revived, but one other did, and just it exploded.
Exploded is definitely the term I would use for that exchange on that round there. But again, coming out in Rome's favor as G-Men fall behind yet another point here on Cargo. Let's see if G-Men could actually pull themselves up by their bootstraps here and get to honky-tonkin'.
Oh, third map. I mean, hey, at this point with what we've been seeing, it's definitely possible. And
I agree.
At this point, it's this objective again. It's the red crate, very north objective. Oh, but they won it last time.
They did. Now, granted, it was down to a 1v1 scenario, and the Volk defender on that round, Chief Pineapple, he did get a little antsy and give himself away to Freelancer, but that's not to say that Rome doesn't have a strong enough strategy here to take it without that set of situational.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Nightfire are going to be as aggressive and play the same position. I'm hoping not, just because once you do that a couple of times, it's an easier read. Looks like they are going to the same... Oh.
Yep. Nightfire's going to take the left house. Swooty's going to take the right. Some smokes coming in. Nice place smoke there on lane 4.
And Scout going up the tunnel, though. Almost there. Rum Gladiator being taken out by Swooty.
Not sure how Gladiator honestly didn't take Swooty out there, but luckily Lucky Eye was able to come in and get the refrag on Swooty. It's still 4v4. It's anybody's match still. Freelancer's got to be aware. Nightfire's in there. Ooh, and another trade. Wow, it's just trade central here. Lorena, wow, happens to get by on 404. He's now made it to the middle.
Biggie Smalls is in a very dangerous spot, though, because he is trapped in that room. Oh, and he gets a shotgun.
And 404 trade. It's just a trade-tacular trade-abration over here in Trade Town. But Chief Pineapple's going to be there for his teammate 404. He's going to make up for the fact that he shot at a teammate in Q1, and he's going to even the playing field back out. Maybe weigh it a little bit in G-Men's favor.
Well, and that's the tough part. At the same time, if he probably didn't use the shotgun, especially at that distance, he would have probably brought a regular gun. He might have gotten that kill.
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, he only got the down because he only got one shot off with that shotgun. Had it been a fully automatic weapon, maybe a Mark 18, something with a higher rate of fire, could have probably gotten 2 or 3 rounds off, maybe hit him 3 times, knocked him dead, and kept it even.
Able to equalize before. They're very good at moving up fairly.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, though, you can't always just be that ninja trying to tiptoe your way through the map. At some point, you've got to learn the balance between speed and sound. And I think Rome has found a pretty good balance, maybe a little bit too much on the side of sound. But otherwise, yeah, they make very effective pushes, even when they're down to 1vx or 2vx situations.
Yeah, definitely. Well, especially with when you are moving like that and you are trying to be silent. It's one thing to be silent, and it's another thing to be completely exposed. And sometimes you just got to run from cover to cover just so you don't get, on accident, picked off. Get caught out. So it's going to be so difficult to spot him there. Hopefully, we did see one bring night vision on the Marsoc side, so that's going to help spot them in that room. But, I mean, if Lucky Eye doesn't check that, he's going to be taken out right off the bat.
Yeah, now this is actually where, ooh, and Lucky Eye takes out Biggie. I thought that went the other way. But yeah, goodness, I can't get my camera in the right spot. Lucky Eye was in a spot where him and 404 were going to
team kill.
Blank. Oh, you can't have it. Aramita, you're killing me, Smalls.
We've been cheering you on this whole map. Well, and that also gave away the position of the last one.
That's it. Chief Pineapple and 404, both sides trained on this building. They know where he is. Unfortunately, that team kill just not helping him out. Well, yes, he does. He has a feeling. I have a feeling he knows maybe where Chief is. But No, he does a good job rotating around, getting out of there. And it seems like 404 and Chief Pineapple seem to think he went to the left.
That's
when
also
in fact, he went right.
yeah, and well, that's the scary part too. 4G4, in my opinion, might be playing this a little bit too aggressive, especially with a 1v2. And
Oh,
Ida might be able to spot him soon. Poke
oh,
it through.
yeah. If he would have just held that position just a tad longer, he would have seen 404's barrel.
He can see him, but he does not have the chance to take the shot. Now he does. Gets it.
Ooh, nice. Nice. Here we go again. It's a 1v1 on this objective, and Chief Pineapple is the defender. Let's see if Chief Pineapple can hold his patience, hold his anxiousness, and hold that spot. Make sure he can see the objective, make sure he can stop this push. Ooh, dangerous.
I know, especially with that peeking out. You have a minute and a half left. Nade
I think
coming
Aramita,
out.
yeah, might know. Flashes out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Aramita's going to flash himself here.
You know,
He's gonna
because
have
why
to
not?
wait that one.
Wants to give himself a challenge.
That's it. He wants to be able to say, I killed the mighty Chief Pineapple while blindfolded.
Especially flashing yourself with night vision. That will legally blind you for the rest of your life if you're not careful.
If it were legitimate IRL night vision, yes, it is a very good chance you could burn your retinas into your skull from the hot flashing white light that you just produced yourself. Oof.
5 seconds.
Aramita just pulled his tab, so I believe he knows how much time he's working with, but I think he also knows that he's just got one left. So the objective being only, and the map point being only 1 point away, he may not be as focused on trying to get the uplink. I think what he's going to try and do is get, and a nice frag comes out. Oh, but it bounces off the pole.
19 seconds. You need to run in now.
Yeah, it's time to make it happen, Captain. And here we go. It's going to be the showdown.
10 seconds. Come on. No.
And Chief gets the pick. Nice defense from Chief. Good attempt from Aramita. And it's 3-2.
Oh, most
Still
definitely.
But here's the thing. Silent, what's happened now is G-Men have gotten that round point, but they've let Rome go back to defense. And if I remember correctly, Rome was able to also defend this objective quite effectively. And so we could be seeing Rome take the map here 4-2 on defense. But that's always speculative because you never know in this game.
Never know. I mean, there could be just this game is so hard to read sometimes. Just because it can change in an instant where you think that you have the advantage, you think you're going to win. I mean, how many times have we seen a 3-0 all of a sudden come back and the team that was down 0 wins and equalizes at 4-3?
Yep, absolutely. It's happened many of times, in fact. I think that honestly lights most teams' fuses when they get to that point. Either they get crushed and defeated because they just can't pick themselves up after going down 3, or they rally back hard and they come back and beat everything. But also just a bit of confirmation from the chat we talked about earlier. Lorena Scout never uses a regular gun unless he's out of ammo. He's a beast with the handgun, according to William Dunn, and he snipes on downfall with it. So some interesting information being confirmed through the Twitch chat there. So Lorena, just one of those odd guys that can do things that others can't.
Well, it works. He's gotten a couple of kills. Hasn't gotten, many as he maybe could. But he did get Nightfire all the way across the map from mid-burning building while Nightfire was crossing with a pistol.
All right. This is Rome's chance. They have map point right here within their grasps. All they have to do is stop G-Men's push here. Can they do it? Can they close the map here, take it to 3, and put G-Men on the back foot? And, because they're going to be questioning what's going on. This is a fairly new team, and G-Men are well-practiced and well-rehearsed. They know what they're doing. So this could put them on their back foot, and it might end up tilting the scale in Rome's favor overall, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. And Here we go. G-Men now playing it a little bit safer, but also so is Rome. All 5 of them are around objective.
I think they're playing the old "gotta bring them to me" strategy. We'll see how it works. It could also end in a frag coming out from G-Men that takes down multiples, but let's just hope that that doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, for G-Men's sake, they hope it does. So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. It was such a biased
yeah,
phrasing.
it's all good. Well, this is a big round for Rome regardless. They need to win at least one round in the next 2.
It is, and like with most teams, I like seeing the newer teams be able to come out and give a nice bit of competition to some of the seasoned veterans, because it does show that just because you're a new team, because you're a new player, doesn't necessarily mean you're just going to get smoked in your first couple of league matches. But it is how those teams adapt when they do get smoked for those first couple of. Ooh, and a nice frag comes out from from Lorena Scout, picking up Biggie on the far right. But 404 is going to be there to get the revive here in just a moment.
Still a very well placed nade. There's a really high flash, but still
Thinking about those flashes, though, it's kind of like an air burst. If you get it just the right height above, you can actually cover quite a big area with that flash if it's in the air.
Tough one to cover, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
So, and at the same time, G-Men have used, 3 nades officially, so odds are maybe they have one more.
Yeah, the next set of nades that'll probably be thrown is going to be their... Ooh, 2 downs coming out from Rome. They're picking up Nightfire and Chief. Both are down, both able to be rezzed. Biggie Smalls does pick up 404, or 404 picks up Biggie Smalls. And now the next set of grenades that we're going to see come out from G-Men are going to be smoke grenades.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume that they are out of frags at this point. But they're still 5v5. You got to be careful with that reflag. You have to get those refrags.
Biggie Smalls laying suppressive. Lucky Eye laying prone right by the objective. Oh, but Chief's going to pick him up instead. Freelancer's going to pick up 404. It's 4v4. Lorena picks up Biggie Smalls. It's now 4v3. And G-Men are on the back foot here, 4-3 on Rome. Rome doing a nice job covering this objective.
Tough situation. We got to be careful about Chief Pineapple. Another trade. Ooh.
Ooh, Nightfire picks up 2 there. Gets the refrag on Lorena after he picks out Swooty. But Ermita should know Nightfire's there. That's a flash. That's a smoke. They might be going in for the cap here. Ermita's going to rotate.
Got to watch out for Chief Pineapple coming in from behind.
That was a good play from Nightfire's. Nice pre-fire on that right side. Keeping Ermita out from that door. Chief Pineapple is getting there. Will Freelancer see him? Freelancer doesn't see him.
Freelancer, get there. How did you miss that? Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going to get there just in time. Ermita saves the cap. Ooh, that was close, guys.
That was too close.
And here's Nightfire. Is he going to be able to do it? It's 2v1. Nightfire's the only G-Man left. He is the last G in the alphabet.
Ooh, Freelancer just saw him and got him. Rome taking it. Round 2 goes to Rome.
What a great round on cargo there from Rome. Great plays on both sides, but I just don't think G-Men were expecting that kind of a fight on cargo.
No, not at all. But they played it incredibly well, and that was too close for comfort on that cap, though. Being able to sneak onto objective, he got so close to being able to cap it. And it looks like our last map also will be Bazaar.
Ooh.
Well, is it possible that we see another, 5-0 again, or a 4-0 with G-Men attacking? This was their map pick, so...
Yeah, I don't know. Really, I think Bazaar's going to come down to the objectives and spawns, that come out, as well as just how the cards play out. I mean, Bazaar's another one of those things. I mean, if Rome can get good pushes and get men in position on different angles for each of these objectives, there's a good chance that with the smart picks, they could still pull out a win or at least a couple of round wins here against G-Men. And we kind of saw that in Cargo, even though they came back more off the back foot to get those wins than normal. But, each team has their own way of doing it. And if that's their way, then so be it.
Yeah. Well, and at the same time, this first objective is a very strong defensive objective. So Rome should hopefully be able to hold them off, just because there are so many tight angles you got to be careful of. And it's tough to sometimes break through and try to cap this one. Looks like we are still waiting for one. They might be rotating out to get another one in.
Overall, I am not disappointed that I chose, excuse me, that I chose to cast this game tonight. I was really interested in seeing Rome play just overall as a player, but also, this being G-Man's first game back since the UK, wanted to see how they were doing as well. And I have not been disappointed. I think this game has gone very well, though very lopsided in the first round. G-Man taking that ridiculously quick 5-0 on Quarantine. But then getting kind of put back in their place a little bit. Rome knocked him off of that comfort zone off Cloud 9 there and said, hey, look, we might have slipped up on Q1, but we're here on Cargo, and you guys are you're gonna give us a little bit more consideration when you play us in the future.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this has been a very educational match to watch for sure. I mean, I've been really impressed with how Rome's been able to play. I was a little bit hesitant. I got invited to a bonfire tonight. A lot of cute women there, but chose to do this instead. But
you hear that, folks? Not only do we sacrifice time, but we sacrifice our dating lives. Poor old Silent Knight could have gotten him a kiss tonight, and y'all gonna deny him of that.
Well, I mean, let's not get carried away. That's no, but
I know, buddy. I'm just pulling for the best for you. That's all.
Thanks. That means a lot. But anyway, looks like we got 5 now in the room, all around, 10 total, 5 on each side. Let's hope they start fairly soon. For those of you who are just tuning in, also keep in mind this is the final map. It is 7-4. Demon did manage to take Quarantine 1 incredibly fast with a 5-0. And then we just saw Rome take it 4-2 on Cargo. Although they just can't seem to commit like most of the women I try to date.
It's all right, Silas. The wait will make it worth it, and I know that's about as cliche as I could possibly get. But you know what? It's true.
No, my mom gave me the same advice, so thank you. No, it'll be good. It'll be good. Here we go. I'm just ready to see what's going to happen on this. I love Bazaar. Bazaar's probably my favorite map to play on. I just love the strategy and the different plays you can come up with, all the different hiding spots. It's a fun map. That was when this map first came out. I was just absolutely ecstatic. I was a kid in a candy store with my mom's credit card. I mean, I could not have been happier. William Dunce is making a comeback. Here he comes in the room. And at this point, Rome has to have used one of their time caused this way.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this has probably been a timeout sort of situation. But you know what? I mean, you've got one. Why not use it? And maybe using that timeout, maybe doing that is going to cause G-Men to kind of wallow in that defeat, that loss they took on the second map, and maybe it will affect their gameplay here. Maybe, it could be a useful tactic at this point.
Yeah, well, at the same time, you got to be a little bit careful, though, too, because it has a chance of throwing off the momentum of Rome as well. Also, we got the fast spawn. Ooh, this... Go.
All right, so it was a quick spawn, but only 2 members of G-Men are going to be utilizing the speed and the advantage that they have on the defenders here. Nightfire are going to go straight into the center of the Kiat marketplace. Chief Pineapple going to watch the north side.
Lotus
He and
Scout. Sorry, Lotus Scout was almost peeking up through the alleyway. Whew, that was a close call.
yeah, Chief definitely knows Lucky Ive is sitting just north of the wall at the 2-story Kiat, and he takes him out. Nightfire then takes out Lorena. This could be a quick progression of a round from G-Men, but William Dunce, Nightfire is not careful. He's going to get caught out, and William Dunce is going to see him. But just at the right time, William jumps back down the stairs near the objective.
That is such a scary peek to try to do. I do not like peeking at the top of those stairs because there are so many different angles that one person can spot you at. Take you out.
Yep, seeing a pretty typical G-Men push here. We're swinging the 2 out wide east. I saw this quite a bit in the ESL UK event. Biggie giving his teammate Swooty a nice grouping of recovery fire for that east blue room corridor as Swooty makes his way across.
Chrome Gladiator playing the El Vegas position.
When just gonna barely miss Biggie there. But if he stays quiet, he might actually be able to get the sneak on Biggie and possibly even take out Swooty as well. If he takes the peek here, will he peek through the wall?
He maybe. Yep, he does. One shot for Biggie.
Ooh.
But then he's running up and around.
He sees Swooty. Ooh, good play from Gladiator there.
Nightfire moving in though, going for the kill. Gets the kill, might be not able to get the fire.
Swooty and Gladiator just exchanging shots here in the east. Gladiator doing a good job of pre-firing that window as he moves out to the east side of that broken wall. Swooty changing up his position, very smart plays from him as well. Both players playing very smart on their positions, and that's why we're not seeing any kills here. However, Freelancer and Rome are kind of out of place. Ooh, Swooty picks up Gladiator, and it's now just Freelancer. With a smoke right here, Chief Pineapple could actually walk it in and just cap right here on Freelancer, and he's not going to be able to see it, especially with those new smokes that were implemented in 1.3.
Most definitely. This is going to be a difficult situation to be in. Also, kind of try to assume where, good flash, where people are. They managed to flash Swooty right there, and that caused him to flank back.
Good play. However, Freelancer's going to be stuck. Oh, gosh, he just barely makes it past 404. He's now got a tight corner, but he's sitting out wide in the open. 404 should be able to see him as he peeks his corner, and he does, and G-Men take the round 1-0.
Dang, still some really good firefights that round. They got a little bit aggressive, Rome did, with their early peek outs. And just managed to not get the kills that they were probably looking for. Fortunate, because, I mean, they lost 2 right off the bat, and if maybe they tried to keep it a little bit further back, they try to keep it tighter towards objective, this could have been a completely different round, especially with Gladiator moving around and picking up Biggie right there. Might have been a completely different ball game. Again, though, I mean, G-Men is doing a very good job at moving in and trying to get the cap. They've had people who have died right on objective, what, like 4 or 5 times now. But they've gotten the cap twice so far this match. They have a good chance of still like trying to get a cap and going for it, because if you are able to get those 2 points, especially when you know you are up min, when you know you're like 5 on 3, then you might as well just go for it and see if you can get it. You might surprise yourself, and sometimes you do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of times, you know, luck just plays on your side, and you get the miraculous kills or the refrags, or, you know, that one thing happens, the enemy's out of ammo and they didn't realize it. Fate just plays your way. But yeah, it was a good play overall from G-Men. I like that attack. They did utilize the quick spawn to an extent. They got Chief and Nightfire up there really quick in that 2-story Kiat, which allowed them to get those instantaneous 2 picks as Rome decided to play a bit too aggressive. And yeah, eventually it all worked out. But some good overall plays as well on Rome, being able to stop that push from Swooty and Biggie Smalls there, at least delay it. I know Swooty did end up keeping his life. But yeah, a great plays from both sides, but ultimately G-Man did take the win. And now let's see if Rome can do the same.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting too, just because it's like, did like Rome just play super aggressive, super fast, just because they're still coming off of like the cargo rush mentality? Because sometimes, you know, when you play super fast, super aggressive all those times, it's really tough to switch back into, hey, we need to move slower now. We need to take our time again. We need to be careful.
Yeah, or you could just do what the Danglers do and just always play fast.
Guys switch it up and you know it.
Yeah, we go from fast to medium fast. Ooh, and 404 gets William Duns as he's not being too careful moving up in the two-story Kiat. Unfortunately, Rome did not have the quick spawn, so the defenders from G-Men were able to get into position well before they were. Lorena Scout got to pick up here. 404 drops down from his upper position, and he's going to miss Lorena Scout as he gets into position now. Freelancer and 404 just next to each other. But do they know each other are there?
Yeah, you have to assume there is at least one on second story or in that general area. Rome Gladiator picking up Biggie Smalls. Freelancer, though, still trying to be fairly careful on trying to figure out where 4G4 is.
Yeah, and that pick on Biggie Smalls was a huge pick for them. Oh, he gets Swooty as well. This is not good for them. Chief Pineapple, luckily, in the east. Oh, God, no. Lorena Scout kills himself with an overcooked grenade. Nightfire picks up Lucky Eye. Man, Gladiator had the right picks at the right time there. He could have been able to get his team in there and get a cap here. Oh, no, and Nightfire takes out 404, and he is going to be kicking himself for that one. Not to mention, I'm going to clip that and send it to him in DMs.
I don't blame you there. But at the same time, right now, it is 2-on-1. Freelancer really needs to get over there and try to revive his teammate. Does he know that his teammate is even there needing to be revived? Nightfire cannot move from position. It is a 1v2 right now, and Chief Pineapple is only going to be able to call from what is behind. A decent play smoke, though, that'll block Nightfire, but he's going to use this to move in rather aggressively.
Yeah, this could be a mistake on Nightfire's part. Is the aggression going to pay off? I'm not sure that it will. Freelancer's now completely changed his route. He's going back towards the west alleys, and I'm not sure Nightfire is in fact going to find him. Or maybe he is. Freelancer going to run across Nightfire, just missing him, not looking. Oh my God.
Oh, come on,
Freelancer
get him.
should be able to see Nightfire. He sees him. G-Men were eliminated. Oh,
Yeah,
I did
because
not
Chief
know
Pineapple
Chief
got
was
down.
Man, I miss when the map would darken the players' markers on the map, so you knew that they were down. Because I thought Chief was just sitting there, just looking from the east side, watching that courtyard by glancing at the map.
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised Nightfire went that aggressive on moving out and hunting for that final kill.
Yeah, well, I think he went off the idea that in the case that he knew it was 1v1, I guess he knew it was 1v1, because Lorena Scout downed himself, so technically none of his teammates should have called that out. But anyways, if he knew it was 1v1, he heard where the smoke come from, he knew that he was in that direction, he knew that he was safe to his back, at least for the time being. However, if he had taken much more time, or if he had gone farther out, there was a chance that Freelancer could have backed around, went around to the south a little bit, and came around from the east where Chief was. And depending on how far Nightfire was, yeah, Freelancer might have been able to get in there and get that cap. But all in all, a good round, nice and tight one, as we've come to expect from these two so far.
And now we get to see what's happening. Rome will now go in and defend. So far, it's been the attacking teams on this one have been able to get the wins, and especially on this objective. Oh my gosh, we've seen a lot of caps on this one. Probably the most commonly capped on objective.
Ah, yes. The infamous two-story Kiat. Where...
Sleepy, you love this objective. Let's be real.
Ah,
When you're on the offense...
well, I know Danglers as a whole love this objective. For me personally, I enjoy it, but I think I actually like the south cross street by the Hummer a little bit better. just because my luck in getting to this objective here, where it's currently at, isn't as great as some of the other danglers. I'm usually still halfway across the street when one of our teammates are capping, so I can't even get to the objective as fast as my teammates to ever play this one.
Nightfire is moving in, though, through the blue room. Meanwhile, we do have a pretty even spread all throughout.
I kind of like Freelancer's position there. He's looking through the alley from the southeast or the eastern blue room exit, but yet he's got that cover of those sandbags to protect himself. And most people in Nightfire's position, as they come out from that blue hallway, are not going to really necessarily check that first if they're target fixated on that objective. So
yeah, that is a smart move. And right now, I mean, do you think G-Men are kind of feeling a little bit of pressure from this? Tying it up 1-1 right now.
oof. 4-4 picking off Gladiator on the east side.
Going to be a good pick also, because there's not going to be a chance to refrag it. You know where he's coming from, but it's not enough information for you to move out and stretch out to get that kill.
Oh no, and Freelancer did not get the pick. Oh, but a frag comes out from Freelancer. Oh, it's a flash, never mind. Swooty's gonna run out. I believe he's blinded, but Swooty's frag. Oh my goodness. How did Freelancer not see that that was a frag that was thrown and get the heck out of there? That was a nice play from Swooty.
Yep, and another one taken down and out for the count. They have 2 on 5 now. This is not looking good. One especially super far from the objective. So they and taken out while crossing, trying to get back. You got to be very careful about that. One left. They know there is one left, and there is a great chance to now move in and get that cap.
Yeah, and if I were G-Man, that's exactly what I'd be doing. They know how many people they killed because they killed them all. They've called them all out. They know it's 5v1 now. Someone died while I was checking something. And now here we go. Smokes are coming out. It's going to look like a fireworks show.
Yep, and Chief Pineapple has a great opportunity to be able to run in and get the cap, especially once... because Swooty's going to run in. He's going to give away Loriana's position, and now Chief Pineapple can run in and get the cap.
Yeah, Lorena's weapon of choice, though, is going to be perfect for defending this objective because look at him. He's on a tear. He's got 2 with that shotgun, and he's moving down the west side of the alley. Oh, here comes the frag. Frag goes out. Will it pick up anybody?
Nope. Ooh,
nope.
Barely cover.
Just a little shy, but he needs to get back on that objective. Picks up a flash. Lorena and 404, are they going to see each other? Oh, Lorena gets a pistol kill. This guy's going off right now.
Don't even mess with this guy. Holy crap. 2 left. 3 minutes left, though. A lot of time. Loriana's got to be a little bit careful right now.
He does, but the chat is definitely being confirmed as a reliable source. He is pulling out the stops with his shotgun, and a great kill also from that pistol. He's got 3 kills himself. He is the only member of Rome to get a kill in this round so far.
Well, and he's using great map knowledge. He's being able to predict well where they're coming from, get the advantage using some unique paths, because usually, I mean, you see a lot of people usually run through.
Oh, and a tough break for Lorena. Right as we're saying that, he just backs into the wrong sight line and gets picked off.
Taking 3 out, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely clip worthy right there.
I'll submit that to Plays of the Week for sure.
Yeah, he picked up that kill on Swooty with the shotgun, ran around behind the building. I thought he was doomed at that point. If Chief would have just pushed right there and just rushed in, he would have had the opportunity to get in there and get that cap. But unfortunately, Lorena got around the side of the building before Chief could push and just put that shotgun right in his mouth and let him have it.
Ourselves a game, though, but...
It is.
Again, everything on this map has been won on attacking when you're on Marsoc.
Yeah, definitely not the normal.
Especially with the objectives that we've had so far. I mean, this hasn't been a regular match either. We've had some very surprising things happen. Some great plays. G-Men right now, though, 9-5. Oh, and this is a very big round again for Rome. Right, and with 18 seconds left, they're not using it. They are ready to go. Guns a-blazing, maybe again. And now Rome has a chance to be able to attack. Be interesting to see where they come from.
Yeah, and G-Men are going to be smart to lock this one down. If they can secure this one, I think they've got a good chance at ending the map on the next point. Their attacks have gone very well for them on this map. So let's see if they can manage to kind of come back from that deficit on cargo and that map loss and come back and take the series and reclaim their win here. But overall, still very impressed with Rome's gameplay here today for a new team. They're putting up points against one of the top teams in the U.S. at this moment, and they're doing it with gusto.
Good word. But yeah, they're doing a great job. They're surpassing expectations. They're gonna become a very well-formed team with a little bit more work.
Yeah, absolutely. Give these guys a season. Let everybody on the team know that they just got to stick it out. When they lose, William Dunn's about to meet Swooty. Oh my God, William manages to pick up the kill there.
Freaking flick shot.
404, Swooty had him dead to rights. I have no idea how he didn't get him, but 404 is going to pick up the refrag there and help his team out.
You need to have someone with eyes on objective.
Nightfire taking out Gladiator.
A nice play to stop their eastern push there. Now 2 members down, only 1 down from Rome, or from G-Men. Smoke coming out from Freelancer. But 404 is in that meta spot to stop that western push. Will Rome know to check it? It's going to be the real question.
You're hoping that they would, but I mean, who knows? Such a tough. I mean, do you risk pre-firing around it, knowing that there's possibly someone there? But if there isn't, then you give away your position.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Chief picking up Lorena, dropping their numbers down to 2. It's now 2v4. I mean, if 404 and Biggie get picked and Chief and Knight don't realize it quickly enough, or if they just happen to smoke it out so well you just can't see them.
His butt's poking through.
Never mind.
Yep, his butt poked through. Now it's up to Freelancer. And he just got called out. They know
He did.
right where he's at.
Freelancer has that nice advantage of carrying that LMG. He's got that box of bullets. He's just going to be able to pray and spray forever. But they already know where he is, so wouldn't surprise me if the G-Men start to make some sort of aggressive little flanking push to shut him down. As long as they keep one man on the objective, they could go for an overall encompassing envelope and just kind of swallow him up from all different angles, given the right amount of time.
Tough situation to be. Where G4 though's gonna be going for maybe a peek. I'd just be playing it safe though.
At the same time, though, Rome has gotten their attacking wins in situations like this, picking off a few in a 1vx or 2vx scenario and then managing to pull it out. Not sure if that's going to be the case this time, but he's going to try. Freelancer moving across. 404 is taking up the stairs there between the buildings. He's going to see him, and 404 picks off Freelancer to take the G-Men up 3-1 here on Bazaar.
Very well played on G-Man's part. We're going back to the same objective that we started this map with. Maybe what might be a final round, but Rome again will be defending on this, and hopefully they've learned their lesson from the first attack, because they need to defend this one to still be in the game.
Yeah, that's it.
Again, though, if they don't push out aggressively again, and if they stay back near objective, they had some really good pickoffs right in the beginning, and were able to almost equalize it. But because they lost those 2 in the beginning, Rome had a very big uphill battle to try to overcome.
Yeah, they did. And actually, I'm very surprised to see that they put up as many points and put up such a great fight after losing the first round 5-0. That's a very demoralizing map loss for most people, especially when you're on that newer team where your guys just aren't as used to the play in the league. It can be very discouraging. You know, we've seen a lot of teams disband or lose members in their first few weeks because they've gotten matched up with some more veteran teams. Those teams take a beating to them, and unfortunately, you know, they either disband or they lose members, become inactive, and slowly fade away into dust. So the thing that I admire about Rome is instead of doing that, instead of falling apart after that, they actually rallied back and have started to put up even more of a fight against this team. And I gotta respect that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, they have work to do. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
going against this much of a veteran team, literally, pretty much one of the first teams to be made in this league, and to take a map
yeah.
from them as a brand new team.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive. G-Men, yes, as you mentioned, they have been around a long time. They actually are a Season 1 team. I think they even started playing before the official Onward Master League got started. The official first season, when it was mostly just like night tournaments, I think is what it was. But again, we're seeing the same strategy here because we got the same spawn coming out from G-Men on this Eastern objective. Chief Pineapple and Nightfire taking the advantage of that quick spawn, being able to get to position before the defenders. And Rome playing that same defense. Not sure that's going to be smart on their part. They lost 2 here really quickly, but this time looks like they positioned a little bit smarter.
Yeah, so far so good. Rome has to be, or Worm Gladiator has to be a little bit careful about how he's moving, just because he misses people. He's going to put his team in trouble if the rest are taken out.
Is it me, or are there only 4 G-Men on the field?
Not crazy.
Yes, we did have a drop. It looks like Biggie Smalls has dropped.
Oh no, and this is a crucial round, but luckily they did get the equalizer with that. Again, Gladiator got caught out.
Yeah, Gladiator going to that position where I believe it was Lucky Ibe in the first round when he was north of that wall. Chief Pineapple was already kind of watching it because I think he was expecting them to play it the same way. Chief now calling out William Dunce's position after he put down a volley of suppressive fire. Oof, and Nightfire's going to pick up the frag from another angle. Great team play by him. Chief Pineapple calling it out. Nightfire taking care of business. And now Rome has got to relocate. They need to rotate back onto the objective because G-Men are getting dangerously close. Ooh, Freelancer picks up Swooty. Lucky Ibe is looking for Nightfire.
Nightfire's going to be moving in with a smoke.
Oh, nice smokes from Nightfire. He's going to obscure the objective enough. But will he come around that corner with his tablet out, or is he going to bring the gun out? Because Lucky Ibe's sitting there ready and waiting. Ooh, but Nightfire gets the pick. Nightfire, this is now your chance. Oh, never mind. Lorena Scout rotating well, covering the objective.
Kind of a risky frag right there. Trading, though. Loriana Scout's going to be able to get a revive right there. But 4G4 is going to maybe... Uh-oh. Okay, that was a flash.
Yeah, he just threw his nade, which almost killed Lorena a minute ago. So luckily he didn't pick up a frag from a teammate. Oh my god, go in there, revive your teammate.
5-man, don't go for the kill. Go for the revive, please.
But I don't think Lorena's calling out that he's downed. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Oh. There you go. Check your tablet. There we go.
Not as easy as it looks, okay? And that revive was almost for nothing.
Yeah, it was pretty pointless at this point. But at least you did it. At least you didn't let your teammates just lay there and die.
Yeah, exactly.
While you try and 1v3 the map. Or I guess 1v2, as we did have a player drop during the play.
You have to be a little bit careful, though. I mean, him just running out like that, it's a tough... I mean, it is a tough call to make, especially in that situation, but generally you do not want to go down that alley or near that alley. I mean, they were in a good defensive position in that room already.
Yeah. Now he just needs to slow his roll. He's making a lot of noise. Ooh, luckily Chief rotated off that north alley.
It's too dangerous, peeking that same way that your guy just got taken out, especially when they have peak advantage on G-Men's side.
Yeah. My question for you, Silent. Would you pick up Lorena's shotgun in this situation and utilize it, or would you stick with your automatic weapon in this sort of close quarters? I mean, if it comes to engaging Chief Pineapple, it's a pretty easy call. I'd stick with the G36 that I'm holding. But in the case of 404, hiding in this corner where he was, picking up that shotgun and just listening for the cap may actually be the smarter call.
That's a tough call. In my opinion, though, I still think... Well, I mean, what gun does Freelance even have right now?
He's using a G36, I believe.
So, I mean, that's a faster gun. I would probably stick with the same gun just due to the fact that you might need to get more shots off quickly. And you need to use that to your advantage. And it's also silenced.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Help. Plus, we don't know how used to this gun Freelance might be. If he has to switch to shotgun not as familiar with it, then might be in a little bit of trouble. 40 seconds, though. They're going to have to start making their move. Chief Pineapple and 4G4, though, still pretty close. Freelancer poking out. Ooh.
And G-Men take the map and the series
4-1.
Yeah, that's a Chief Pineapple exclusive. Well, not exclusive, I guess I should say, more of a standard. He's a lovey guy. He loves to share the love, and we see it here at the end of this round.
Most definitely. But that is all she wrote, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a great time. Not to disappoint. Look forward to more games from Rome. They have done some amazing stuff today.
Yeah, if you're out there and you're one of those mid to upper tier teams, those guys have been playing for a while, better keep your eyes on Rome. I think they're going to pull a blaze and really surprise us all in this upcoming season. So you may just want to make sure that you're not checking them off your list before you've actually played them, because as G-Men found out tonight, it wasn't such an easy win.
Not at all. They've had some good plays. They have a little bit of ways to go, but do not give up, Rome. Y'all are doing great. With that said, though, I'm here with Sleepy, and we are signing out. It's Friday night. Time to party.
Good night, everybody.
After the work you took to the storm, get on your 2 feet out and back through the store. Hand in hand, kept to the shade. And I never knew this God would be so brave. And after the storm we took to the south. Now that you're here, you'll try to help me out. There's nothing of interest, nothing worth my time. I was losing my feet, now I'm losing my smile. I haven't heard what you said in this town for a while. Now I'm losing my head in this drought, and you brought back the fire. I'm so sick of this, man, I'm taking it back. I want more meaning than a television gone black. What can I say? I love your voice, but I haven't heard what you said in this town for a while. Now I'm losing my head in this drought, and you brought back the fire. Like a temple on fire, you held me tight.